Just in message, okay, in chat if you're able to hear, okay. Can you hear me?
Sir, you are audible.
Yes, fine.
Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes.
good. Oh, good. uh okay, thanks to ICSA for hearing me. The first, I want to update you. Today we are going to cover almost 2 to 3 hours this session. It is typically different from normal IBC session which you might have been attended in past. Today's section not reading the sections, okay, IBC what says and what classes and what all those things, okay. I'm not going to walk through all those things. This is a case based, okay. This needs interactive, okay. What I'm going to do that, I will walk through each case, okay. I need to answer from you, then we'll see that hidden facts. Before start this, I've been giving one simple example, okay. I will share my screen soon. You understand, okay. You are going to buy one car, new car. Imagine you are going to buy a new car. It's a single owner, low mileage, and say very good, okay. You know that service history. Typically you thought that you are going to buy this one, but there is a one hidden fact. If you come to know later, this past owner drove this car only in fast track race, means race track, okay, road. Then entire edition undergo a change. This is what I'm going to discuss today. You might have some decisions or some facts where you already taken decision, or you have some facts based on the scenarios, but there are some hidden things. If you come to know that, that will change your decision. So that way I'm going to drive this session today. If you have any doubt, let me know. This is the active session, because the if you understand this one, this will sharpen your IBC practice. Please make my words, this will be really helpful you, because in various session I attended, this was like these scenarios I simulated, but this is very wonderful. Don't look at only for CP hours, because sometimes I understand CP hours are mandatory, but make it useful this session. That's what my overall intention. I need active participation, okay. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please carefully see this one, listen, and what I'm saying that just to let me know, okay, your views, or put in chat box, okay. As I mentioned, this example I already given. This is the way I'm going to explain today, okay. This is the case one, okay. Now see that fact. Factory sold as a going concern, okay, but operation stopped 2 years ago. A liquidator actions a manufacturing company as a going concern, okay, for 100 crores. He is actioning. Now this includes land and building, plant and machinery, GST registration, and rebadging of some employees from that company to those who are buying that company, that one. And the sale certificates clearly says that the sale of corporate debtor as a going concern. Now the question to you is the 100 crore transaction exempt from GST or not? I need your answer in chat box. There are three things I mentioned here. First one, it is exempt only if what transferred can in substance continue as a running business, not just what certificate says. Or the other answer could be, suppose you thought that once the company is in liquidation, the going concern exempt cannot be applied since this business already ceased trading. The third one, yes, transfer going concern is recognized as a GST, it's a exempt. Now tell me your answer. Before revealing the hidden fact, I want to know from your answers in chat box. You just a message in box, okay. I will see that. Or if you have doubt, please just message me in the chat box. Hope you can see my answers, correct? The three answer I mentioned, what you'll take in this, suppose you are acting as a IP, okay? Now what you will do that? The factory we are sold as a going concern and a liquidator action this factory as 100 crores. This action includes land and building, plant and machinery, inventory, brand license, GST registration. Now, is the 100 crore transaction is exempt from GST? I need your view on this before going to fact. I'm giving almost 1 minute time to you. Just to carefully listen this one. Then you let me know. Okay. Then I will open the hidden fact. We are around 11. I'm giving 1 minute time. Okay. I saw that some answers yes, no, yes, it is not taxable under GST. Now, whether your decision undergo a change if I open this hidden fact, let me know. The production stopped 2 years ago and the electricity connection was disconnected. All customer contracts expired. Major machinery is unusable. These are the facts you came to know later. The purchase intends to dismantle and sell the machinery. Implies though liquidator mentioned implies also to be transferred, but the purchase is no intention to show that implies not actually retained. Now, what will be your decision now in this scenario? Will your answer change? That's what today's session majorly I'm going to cover. See, the intention behind this session is when you are in practice, when you see that what the facts happening ground reality, but if you come to know that these are the facts, if you are not checked, then land up in problem. Correct? Now, will your answer change based on suppose if you reveal these facts? Earlier you mentioned yes, no, and all, correct? I'm telling you the reason behind. The problem here is if you reverse the facts, operations continued, order is active, employee transfer, production receives immediately, then whatever you said is correct actually. Now the problem here is I'm coming here. The reality check. This is the most important one. To claim GST exemption as a going concern, what is we need to see that the transaction must be in substance. Okay, transfer is business of it's to be continually carried on. Okay, it's not. It's a kind of some attractive words and bundled kind of assets kind of. Okay, what happened in GST law actually? If you see that GST law exempts transfer of going concern, but the facts must support the business transfer character. So the fact is the most important. It is not the word going concern. Okay, going concern is a factual conclusion, not by the wording given by the liquidator in notice. Okay, when you see that in beginning of the session, it's clearly said that the liquidator action man has a going concern for 100 crores. He may publish in notice. It's a going concern. That doesn't mean that GST is exempt because of we are transferring business as a going concern. Okay, here the substance we need to see that. Hope you understand. If you have any doubt, let me know. I will answer this one. Okay, chat box you put. Good. I saw that Anish went the answer still no. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to another case. So vice versa. Here what we are talking about, sales. Now here I'm coming to GST input tax credit. Buyer acquires the business and demands that entire GST credit. Okay, this, please note that this is an insolvency process. There is a proposal is going on. In that proposal, one buyer is ready to acquire this business and he demand that entire GST credit to be transferred. What are the facts available as of today? XY Limited is sold during liquidation as a going concern. Its electronic credit ledger holds 12 crores. The purchaser acquires the factory, contracts, employees, inventory, brand and licenses. The sale agreement says purchasers shall not assume any past liabilities. So sale purchases clearly is mentioned, that sale agreement clearly says that purchaser is nowhere responsibilities for past liabilities. The purchaser asks the liquidator to transfer 12 crore ITC balance. Now the question here is, can the ITC be transferred? Here the three answer is there. Which one you opt? 1, 2, 3, like this you need to mention. Instead of mentioning yes or no, I need that which 1, 2, 3, like this kind of numbers, you just to put it in chat box. The first one says that no, because sale agreement expressly excludes past liabilities. Since in sale agreement says that we excluded past liability, the GST credit balance we cannot transfer. That's what the first answer. The second answer, yes, GST ITC credit we can transfer, because ITC follows the operating business. Whoever takes over the operation takes over the credit ledger, automatically it transfers. The third one is only if the prescribed ITC 02 transfer mechanism is actually followed, the liability exclusion clause alone doesn't decide. Which one, based on these facts and scenarios, what is correct? You are acting as a here the RP. Okay, what you think about this one? Which one is correct here? I'm giving 1 minute time. Okay, Anish mentioned the 3, and Paramasivam mentioned 2, Babar mentioned 2. Okay, please note that IBC is a kind of regime, it's a facts based, and you cannot conclude based on the single scenarios. It's very depending upon the case to case and the way you are handling that particular IBC, particular case. For example, if you are appointed a RPC for one case, that case may differ from other case. Okay. I'm coming to this point here. Now, these are the hidden facts you may not know. Suppose if you later you come to know that, then whether your answer undergo a change, let me know that. Twist here is, can the economic ownership of the business be separated from statutory liability transfer? What I'm saying here, if suppose Here what we are seeing, the sale agreement says the purchaser shall not assume any past liability. So when you are saying that statutory liability, suppose you're supposed to pay some GST output liability, okay, because of this IBC process, that is as a part of, you know, the waterfall mechanism and all those things, okay. Because of that, you are not going to take over these liabilities, okay. Still, whether you can, this liquidator can transfer 12 crore ITC balance. This is the one point. Now, next question. You already executed old claims, okay, under IBC. Means you are not going to claim any liabilities. Means you are not responsible. Suppose the buyer who is buying this business is nowhere by the business, but since the 12 crore is transferring, whether the buyer assume his liability, the tricky question here is, you know that, correct? In GST law, when you transfer that ITC balance 12 crores, that liability also to be transferred. But in IBC is totally different scenario. That's what we need to see that. Then the another most important twist is who certifies and execute ITC 02. Now think about this one. If GST registration cancelled before transfer, what will happen? All those things you need to see here. Now I want to see that answer. Will your answer again change because of this? Let me know. You already plotted a answer here in chat box. Will your answer change because of this? Okay. The reality check, I'm coming here. Please note that transfer of business not automatically transfer the electronic credit ledger. This is the reality. Okay. The ITC 02 certification is must be followed. It is not about that something that if the buyer buys the business as a going concern, it's not automatically get transferred. The ITC 0 certification is must be followed. And the most important thing, the credit transfer must follow the statutory mechanism. Okay, it does not pass on the sales certificate. Sales certificate doesn't talk, means sales merely based on the sales certificate. We cannot come to the conclusion that this will happen. So make sure that the tax structuring must be begin before the sale documents finalized. If you are in IBC case, before finalizing sale documents, the tax structuring also to be planned. This is I'm talking from the buyer's side. As a RP also should know all those things. So you should not land up in problem in future. You have 100% documentation. Any doubt, let me know in the chat box, or we can proceed next case. Okay, I'm assuming there is no doubt, so I'm moving to next case. This is a peculiar one. Okay, the promoter returns through his friend's company. Okay, this you keep it as it is. These are the facts. ABC Limited enters liquidation after its resolution process fails. Okay, ABC Limited is going to like liquidation. Now, X is the promoter. Okay, he is ineligible by default because of the section 29A. This is the facts. Now there is a new company called New Hope Private Limited offers the highest price to acquire the ABC Limited. Okay, New Hope shareholders are Mr. Y and Mr. Y's wife. Mr. Y is a ex long time friend. Okay, he holds 90% shareholding. New Hope sharehold. This New Hope Private Limited. Now the question to you is: should New Hope be allowed to purchase ABC Limited or not? Here the three answers there. I first walk through this one, then in chat box you put your answers. Based on this case, the first answer could be yes, New Hope can be a distinct legal entity. Okay, there is nowhere we need to see that whether promoter share. We need to see that promoter shareholding because New Hope don't have the promoter shareholding. Yes, we can proceed that one. Okay, Section 28 doesn't talks about the strangers cap, etc., and all those things. Okay, the other answer could be no because the bidder with even indirect personal connection also should be treated as a ineligible out of caution. Please note that the second answer should be ineligible out of caution. The third one can't be decided on the affidavit alone. Funding source and control, real commercial arrangement needed examining the first. Now tell me your answers in the chat box. Then also you assess yourself after revealing these hidden facts. I'm giving 1 or 2 minutes time just to go through this case and to paste your answer. I saw that Anup mentioned she, Paramasivam Anup Kumar mentioned, Abhilesh Gupta, everyone, most of them mentioned three answer. Okay, let me know whether your answers undergo a change because of this hidden facts if you come to know later. New Hope was incorporated only 20 days before action. It has no independent business. The earnest money came from company controlled by Mr. X. After acquisition, Mr. X will be appointed as a consultant. Since most of them said almost right answer, it's a good. You already know that some of the hidden facts based on the facts itself. That's a very good sign. So what we understand from this actually, the reality check, what we need to do here, more information required was the right. Okay. Friendship alone doesn't establish the ineligibility in section 29A. 29A talks about not talks about the friendship kind of thing and all those things. Okay. But major part here is the funding and control aspect. Okay. That's the most important thing. The case, if you take that Asler Metal India Private Limited, if you see that, Supreme Court clearly talks says that the substance over the form. Okay, when examining the control, the connected person structure around, you need to see that. Okay, don't run that KYC checklist. Okay, just to see who actually controls this bid. That's what the expectation from this case. Any doubt? Just to paste in the chat. If you doesn't agree with the answer, I'm ready to help explaining. Okay. If you're not convinced with that answer, see, I need some kind of interactive manner. Okay. It is not just like we need to go one way communication. See, that will help you also. Okay. See, what happening in practice nowadays, I understand that the timing is the most important part. Okay. No one is, don't have time to do all those things. The second part, if you see that now the technology is coming to place and there is some gap what our IPs are doing in real practice, but what we are seeing in a real outcome. I will come to you when I come to discuss with the AI part. Okay, please have some little bit. See, there are two parts that we am going to cover. One is AI, the another one is tax part. Okay, tax and the eligibility part. See, the AI will come to picture only if you know that basics of IBC. Otherwise, again, if you go and discuss AI, that doesn't make sense. Okay, and thanks for your chatting. Those who are providing answer, that's very good. And I'm also need if you have some debate on this answer. Okay, I need to, because it should be healthy discussion. If you have any challenge on this answer and all those things. Now I'm coming to case 4. This is a very peculiar one. Okay, please carefully listen this one. The promoter clears the principal, okay, but not the interest. Now the promoter wants to submit a resolution plan for his own company. The account was classified NPA more than a year before CRP began. Okay. Before submitting the plan, he pays principal amount 40 crores. Okay. And part of the interest 3 crores, because interest also 3 crores. In that also he paid part only. The third one is interest and charges 2 crores is remain disputed. The promoter says that he argues that the entire principal is paid, only disputed charges remain. I'm again walking through this. This case related to the promoter wants to submit his resolution plan for his own company. Okay. But his account was classified as a NPA more than a year before CIRP began. Before submitting the plan, he pays principal of 40 crores and part payment interest of 3 crore, not entire 3 crore. Interest and charges of 2 crores remain disputed. He argues that entire principal is paid, only disputed charges remain. Okay. Now, is the promoter is eligible? Now, question to you. Okay. The first one is I mentioned that no. Section 29C requires clearing all overdue amounts, interest and charges before submission. Nothing less cures it. The second answer could be yes. Once the principle is clear, then why we need to say all those things, we need to refer that one. Straight away go on and participate this one. Okay, this no longer is operative. This is not a default. The third answer could be yes, provided committee of creditors satisfied with the settlement and record the satisfaction as a part of commercial window. Now, tell me what answers be correct. I'm waiting for 1 minute. Let's reveal the hidden facts by 11:33. Okay, giving some more one time. Okay, now you tell me one thing. You suppose the bank formally accepts 43 crore as a full and final settlement. Does that change anything? Your answer, did you undergo a change if you come to know this one? And bank issues no due certificate before plan submission. Does this change your answer? The third one, the payment is made after submission but before committee of COC voting. Now think that the NPA belongs to another company controlled by the same promoter. Now, will your answer change? You already typed a message. If you want, let me know that. There are some answer I saw that after the new facts, 3. Answer should be third as the committee can decide. Answer should be, so most of them say third one. Okay. Now, the reality check. See, 29 AC talks about the payment of all overdue amounts with interest and chances before plan submission. Part payment doesn't cure it. Okay. And the committee of creditors cannot waive statutory eligibility requirement by commercial approval. Please note that this is the most important one. Okay. This was talks about 29 AC. This is a very important section. Okay. Just to carefully read one. See, again, I'm saying that this vary case to case. But if you are IP and you are appointed as a one of the assignment, please make sure that you are documenting all those things, because in this case the eligibility is to be tested at the statutory stage beginning itself. Okay, when you are checking 29 AC, you need to just validate from the legal aspect first, not the bidder at the later stage arrange the money. Okay, hope you are clear. Correct? Most of them is correct. Answer is correct, but your answer undergo a change if we interpret in different way based on your case. But the twist is all these 4 you need to take all those things during your IP cases. Any doubt or clarification, let me know. Also, if you have any doubt, you can unmute it and speak. Okay, if you have any doubt. Okay, now this also another important case. Okay, good. Thanks. Thank Agisha Gupta. Okay, I think you are synced with that session. Thanks. Hope everyone is listening carefully this one. As I mentioned, please don't look at only for CPA aspect, and more and more you are getting into more deeper in this IBC various cases, and this kind of session, and it will sharpen your skills and it will be helpful. Okay, it not only in your IBC assignment, you can work for different areas in IBC, because IBC comes out with various opportunities. Okay, you can actively contribute to articles, research papers, all those things. So for those, knowledge and context is more important. Now we are moving from, India has started begun building that IT, okay, technology platform into insolvency policies. That's what we should be very more cautious. Okay, when you are coming with a session, any session, not only this session, any session, if you go there, try to grasp your knowledge as much possible and sharpen your skill and also challenge the assumption. Okay, that will be the most important one. If you are not challenging, then that will be a it our upskilling will be stagnant. That is becoming another challenge in IBC. Now I'm coming to this the deal 5. Okay, it's a case 5. The guarantor says I never borrowed money. Okay, in this case, it's a promoter. Okay, Mr. A, he promoted a one construction company and gave personal guarantee for his bank facility. The company defaults and enters CIRP. Okay, the bank invokes Mr. A guarantee. Please note that the bank invokes Mr. A guarantee. Mr. A submits a resolution plan and is saying that I only gave guarantee. I am not an NPA borrower. Now tell me, is Mr. A disqualified under section 29AH? Three answers. The first one is not disqualified. Unless the bank has obtained the decree or award from that various cases, he is not disqualified. That's what first one. Mere invocation is not enough. Okay, that's what the first option. Okay, the second option, correct answer is actually he should be disqualified because once a guarantee is invoked, then statutory conditions are comes, then no decree is required. The third one, yes, again is disqualified because he's furnished the personal guarantee. Okay, for defaulting account itself enough. You tell me one thing, which answer is correct? Before revealing a hidden fact, I want to know answer from you. I'm giving 1 or 2 minutes time to go through this. Good, Barbara. Okay. Actually, your answer, the way you are chatting is absolute because you are saying that answer to before hidden facts. That's what the expectation is. Good. I appreciate Babar. Okay, your answer. That's the overall intention, everyone. Okay. First, you need to say that before hidden fact, what we are going to decide. After, if you come to know that, what we are going to decide. That's the way this session will work out. See, we need to stop reading now all sections. I'm not saying that reading, don't take in different way. Stop reading section and classes. Okay, everyone knows it's publicly available any forum. Okay, today we have that all AI tools, chat GPT and Claude, everything. Okay, if you put, it will come to, you will show what section says and what rules, what cases, and everything will come to know. It's publicly available. Okay, you no need to go and memorize all those things. But the crux here is how you are dealing that particular situation. Okay, that's what the real fact here. That's many of them missing, but anyway, it's okay. Now I'm going to reveal this fact. Now let me know whether your answer undergo change. Any answer? The first revealing, he guarantee is signed. Now demand issued to the corporate debtor. Please note that. Okay, the demand is issued to the corporate debtor. You come to know that later. Guaranteed invoked against the promoter. Guarantee is invoked against the promoter. Promoter dispute the invocation in the court. No payment made by the promoter. Will your answer change? If a different consortium lender has not invoked the guarantee, will your answer change or you stick to your original answer? I want to know from you. 1 minute. Okay. Here is the reality check. Now we see that. Merely executing a guarantee and holding, okay, an invoked and enforceable guarantee are not the same. Please note that. Executing guarantee and holding an invoked enforceable guarantee are not the same. Existence and enforceability and invocation all matters. Okay, don't conclude from the word guarantor. If you see that authority Bank of Baroda, okay, in this case actually disqualification applied where the guarantees were invoked and statutory conditions are met. Okay, check the invocation status as per lender, not just the existence of the guarantee. Hope you understand, correct? See, I'm not going to validate which is correct or not correct. The intention behind is whether you understand or not. Okay, it's okay. The answer what you are giving is that is again still debatable, but the intention is you need to understand that reality. If you have any doubt, let me know, because with this I'm going to conclude this first first session in the sense the 29 eligibility and the tax aspect. Now I'm moving to AI part. Before that, if you have any doubt, if you unmute and speak, or you can put it in chat box. I'm ready to answer. Okay, I'm assuming is everything is fine, and I saw the chat box. Everyone says just 2 second 2.2. Okay, before hidden facts. Okay, it's good. So the answer is more or less 2 is the correct one. Okay. Okay, just to message me in chat box. Can we move to AI? I'm giving 1 minute time actually because I need members. I understand all are senior persons. Okay, what were joined, and some of them are in medium range and all those things. I need at least some kind of interaction here actually. So this will be a win-win situation, both of, okay, you and myself. Otherwise, just I walk through this session and just for complaints purpose, it becomes somewhat not getting comfort. Okay, please put in chat box at least whether you are active or not. I need to see that. Okay, can we move to next chapter, AI? Okay, thanks Baba. Okay, thanks. Okay, this one area is the most important. Everyone to upgrade yourself. Because if you still continue in traditional model, maybe still 1 or 2 years it will work out, but you can see major drastic change in insolvency regime. Keeping in the mind, there are various initiatives taken by IBBA, MCA, and our IPs organization, means the empaneled organizations. Actually, they are coming jointly coming and discussing all those things. So please upskill yourself in AI. Otherwise, a traditional way of working, it doesn't work out. Particularly, I'm talking about those who are doing individual practice. If you have tie up with big entities like IPA, that's okay. They have some kind of outsourced agencies. Through them, you can get that one. But if you want to do that individual practice and if you want to succeed, this will be very helpful. I'm telling you, because AI is equivalent to more than 20 plus staffs. Okay, nowadays the staffs manpower and all those things challenge. Okay, in IP case, context is more important, because when you are handling IP, you know the context, you know the business, everything. Okay, if you outsource to third person, that person will silo work in his own way. That may not help you to make success even IP cases. Please understand these AI cases. Here, I'm not going to explain the technicality of the AI. Okay, but whether we can use AI or not, that I'm going to explain now. Please carefully listen this one. Okay, maybe listen to something you may not doing in practice. Suppose if you are an individual IP, I'm talking about. If you are have type with big entity, is okay. But for those who are doing individual practice, please carefully see this. Okay, then you can think of whether you can. There is a related party transaction. Okay, one transfer that was not reviewed almost 4 months. That CIRP involves 30 plus related entities. It's having multiple complex structure like Videocon style of complexity. The RP team reviews bank, GST, MCA, everything manually on monthly cycle. Okay, that RP. Suppose you have your team members, 5 to 6 members, everyone is doing manually doing that review bank statement and GST record, MCA data, everything they are doing manually. And also, please note that the case is still in the early stage, data stabilization phase. Okay, data itself not stabilized. This is too early as of now. Now, tell me your answer. Okay, should the RP deploy an AI-based anomaly monitoring dashboard on this case from the month one? There are three answers. Again, I'm reading. Should the RP deploy AI-based anomaly monitoring dashboard? I'm talking about dashboard. Okay, this case, particularly this case, from month one. There are three answers. The first one is yes. Proportionate to the case, this case is a complex. Monitoring the dashboard should be start from month one. That will flag root to human. That will flag still. Okay, that's okay. The second answer is no. Layering in automated monitoring before the data room is even stabilized just adds the noise the team doesn't need it actually. What your answer this one? This is second option I'm talking about. Third one, only once the committee of creditors formally approve this technology budget, then only you can proceed this deployment. What is your answer? See, these are not very real life examples, okay? But the answer is peculiar, huh? If you see the facts. I'm giving 2 minutes time. If you don't understand, please put in chat box. Again, I will walk through this one. Because you need to switch over from traditional way of working to AI mode of working. Then only you can come. Before moving to AI, at least you should know, okay, when you need to deploy. Or if you not deploy, what is going to happen? All those things are very important. I need answer from you. This case. I'm waiting for 1 or 2 minutes. Huh? Please go through this and paste your answer. Okay, I'm waiting for you. 1 minute. See, this is not a kind of choose the best answer kind of thing. Okay, your decision. Now, based on these facts, what is your decision? Now, after revealing the hidden fact, now let me know your decision. I'm revealing facts by 11:55. I'm giving 1 more minute time. This is the most important case today. Okay, case. Shall we wait because I saw that many answers coming. Very good. I saw that some of the written option 3, option 2, sorry, option 1. But here is the beauty, okay? When I reveal the hidden facts, please carefully see that, okay? See, here the monthly manual cycle mean it's a one related party transfer. It's almost 4 months. It's unreviewed. But most important thing, okay? By the time it is surfaced, what will happen? The fund had already moved to further entities, 2 entities, correct? Suppose it's almost 4 months. You are waiting for committee of creditors, okay? But if you're not going to deploy, what will happen? I'm telling you again, you see that. Another fact. A basic anomaly diagram same is if you have the flagged within a days. Suppose if you deploy the dashboard, same day you can see that, okay, what is happening in same day. Everything, the AI dashboard, what will happen? It will show the data in real-time basis, okay? It will flag in the same day. See, RP one team, our team itself later realized that one, the intercombined ledger entity across 30 entities, okay, 30 plus entity, it is beyond their control because manually it is highly impossible go and trace that all those things, okay. The company having the multi-structure kind of these things layers and the transaction flows in different route, how can you validate is a manually all those things. I fully agree. Some of them say that committee of creditors formally approve the technology budget first, but here you need to act very smartly, I'm telling you. First we'll just reality check, okay. If you wait for committee of creditors someone to approve this one, it's a costlier because creditor only going to lose the money, okay. Suppose if the creditor is not approving this budget, what will happen? The money is diluted and routed to related party, then it's gone, then creditor won't get that one. See, actually again, I understand that one. We need to see the proportionate complexity of the case also, okay. That also very important. But the problem here is the money is already started diluting. Suppose if you install dashboard at earlier, we can avoid all those things, delay, okay? Because 43 and 66 still with RP. 43 and 66 talked about avoidance transaction, okay? RP should do the due diligence. If you are not doing any due diligence and still if you are going by manually all those things check and it is not able to prove yourself, you are not done, then you are going to be trouble. Okay. If committee of narcotic not approve, at least get documented yourself. Considering the case complexity and all those things, aid deployment should be mandatory. If not, manual intervention is highly impossible considering complexity. Like this, you get it documented and safeguard yourself. Yes, committee of creditors to approve. There is no second point. But if you showcase this to committee of creditor, definitely if they think that company's money started diluting to different party, definitely they will approve. Of course, the budget, suppose the proportional case also we need to see that. Suppose the money is transferring along millions of crores of money is transferring to related party, and the AI deployment cost comes to around 10 to 15 lakhs. Definitely they will approve this one instead of losing all the monies. That my view, the committee of creditors will approve this one. But the problem here is the due diligence. The due diligence parts is still with RP, not with committee of creditor. Committee of creditor just is the commercial decision whether they can approve or not. Okay, but we need to take it all those complexity and take it to committee of creditors and get it documented. If it is not approved, that's okay. But you already done the due diligence, and also you put disclaimer clause. Manually, it is highly impossible. That also put the disclaimer clause, then you can proceed with that. Okay, if you are having to, even if you have 10 people's, then doesn't mean that the complex cases still they can handle it manually, because we need to use AI definitely. But please note that AI we can use for value. Okay, it's not for decision still we can do that, but data quality and all those things we can through AI we can do that actually. Hope you understand okay what I'm trying to say there. If you have any doubt, let me know that. That's what I said, that this is very most important, this one. Okay, see so that's what I saw, the some of the answers committee of creators to approve. All these are mechanical and procedural. Okay, yes, law says this one and the committee of creators approve RP. And what happened here, we are doing tick box approach actually. The problem once it comes to section 43 and 66, then you are getting in trouble. Okay, you cannot go and say that committee of creditors approval. Suppose, see, the thing is, why you are deploying AI tool, that you need to document and take it to committee of creditor. If they reject it, that's okay. But just if you mention that AI we need to deploy, and here you need to justify that managing these 30 plus entities via manual is beyond manual capacity. That way you need to justify and get this documented. This shows that you have done the proper due diligence, and now the decision with the COC and the committee of credit not approves, and you are safeguarded, particularly this avoidance of transaction. Any doubt, let me know, or I can move to next one. Okay, thanks Nanavadi. Now I think started understanding everyone. Okay, see, please start getting into yourself in the AI area. I'm not saying that go and do all this coding and all those things. At least you understand the concept. Okay, what is nowadays is going actually, and this one help you. Okay, to further groom yourself. Now see the situation, and someone saying that your team member saying that we have one license in US, because US compare. Okay, I'm reframing this one. One platform in US is using. Okay, if you take this license and you deploy here, we can save lot of time. See that I'm giving some facts here. You are an IP. Okay, you are handling kind of JP kind of case. Okay, JP, most of them know this one. This case, more than 18,000 claims are there. Okay, it's heavy. It's more home buyers are started by this one started climbing. You think this scenario. Okay, now your team member suggests that we have license in US platform. If you building here, okay, instead of building some new platform here, we can straight away implement this one. This case, suppose you are okay. What I'm you are handling on big case, it is having 18,000 clients. Okay, it is heavily towards home buyers. Okay. The second here is the team, your team member suggesting that you can deploy US processing claim processing platform. In US, one of the companies there actually one IT company. Okay, maybe you assume that is a technology, and they have one tool. The tool is a capacity of more than 20,000 clients. You can do that. Okay, it's very accurate that one. Now it is already proven. Okay, and you are thinking that something you are going to invent in your assignment. What we are going to do that? Should you adopt US built bankruptcy claims platform directly for this Indian CRP? See, normally what happen if the tool is already available in the market, fully developed, no one do that again, reinvent again. Okay, straight away buy and implement. That's a human mindset. Because if you do reinvent, you need to do again lot of due diligence. Okay, now you see here, there are three options I'm given here. Maybe I'm reframing this entire case again for your clarity. This is just a license. Okay, you need to buy the same platform but American use. America, the even USA, they are using this one. Is an IP handling case, almost 18,000 claims you are doing. A team member suggests that there's a tool, those who are going to procure that US platform. Okay, it's a kind of things already in-house. Okay, now what you do that in this scenario? This platform already proven at scale in major chapter 1 cases in US. So there is no need to reinvent the wheel here. What is your answer here? The second answer is the technique transfers, but the platform must fit Indian rails. That is NESL, GST, MCA, DPDP application. Okay, US tool not built for. The third one, no. Foreign claim processing tools have no relevance at all Indian insolvency bankruptcy or its systems. What do you say that out of three? Akhilesh Gupta said that chapter 3. No. Any other answer? I'm waiting for 1 minute. You just to go through this and let me know your answer. I'm waiting for 1 minute. We'll wait for till 12:07 or 12:08. I saw those answers. Okay. No three mentioned under 2. We can use platform to build an agent with a compatible to Indian rails and use it. Anup Kumar saying that one. Good. Okay. Now you see the fact. Okay. In US platform, okay, there is a Stato conductor and the research suits are built around the chapter 11. So, it is not IBPA regulation. The timeliness and the initial record is not, doesn't talks about anything here. See, in US claim agents, normally what will happen is operates under the US data. This is okay. It's not India digital protection. It's not normally have that kind of agents don't have that kind of these things. But none of this platform integrate with our local regulation like GST returns, MCA filing, and everything. Okay. Even if you see that US, most public information on the tools are accuracy vendor marketing material, not that independent auditor performance data. Okay, that's one. Now the answer is slightly tricky here. First, let me know your answer undergo a change or still stick with same answer. Okay. Now you see the reality check here. Adopt the approach. Okay, not necessarily the product. If you see that OCR and NLP, OCR is optical character recognition, NLP is a natural language processing. Okay, the claim extraction, what kind of facilities that tool having. Okay, the technology we can adopt. Okay, we can do the cross verification against the books and but the platform needs to build and customized around that own digital rights, not that imported also. Okay, and one of them says that so correctly actually. 1 minute before that I will complete this one. So the action point, what you need to do that, evaluate any foreign tools. Okay, considering that Indian context, particularly the our DPDP Act also. Okay, compliance is first, reputation abroad and all second. Okay, don't keep it at the US and the UK and that, although don't think about all those things. Our Indian compliance is first, you need to take that. Okay, fit whether that is fit for Indian architecture or not, that way you need to see that. I think that I know that one of them said that. I think Nanavati said that correct. Okay, we can use the platform to build the agent that is compatible with Indian rails and use it. That is almost correct. That is what's expectation. Okay, when you come to technology, there are two things you need to consider. Okay, see the technology what they're using, whether we can borrow that and implement here. Suppose if you want to customize that one, still we can do that. Okay, you no need to see that. Suppose if you buy one particularly keeping this mind, this biggest case. Okay, 18,000 claims we need to process plus. Okay, if you go and do all the due diligence, it will take long time actually. But if you already know that any tools already available in the market, just to see that whether it the fit for to Indian context or not. If it is complaints or just you customize that one. Okay, maybe 20 to 30% we need to do the customize. If you do the customization, your 70% efforts will come down actually. So this is kind of AI technology strategies. Okay, it is nothing right or wrong answer straightforward. That depending upon the case, you need to see that. Here, the most important thing is the technique what they're using. I'm giving an example. You see that there is a tool available in the market. Almost 50,000 vendors invoices trained. Okay, the tool having the capacity of 50,000 vendors, top vendors, 50,000 vendors. The tools know that invoice format and the fields and everything know that. Assume that 50,000 vendors. Okay, the tool is trained. The moment once if you scan that invoices, it will immediately capture all the numbers because it's having the capacity of reading. The another tool having 1 lakh vendors, but the 50,000 vendors already trained the tool. If you see that your context, suppose you are handling one case, almost 15,000 vendors already covered in this tool. Then you need to look out for those vendor already trained in the tool. You straight away go and plan for buy that one. Instead of having, see, don't count the numbers. Here the technology. Okay, how the technology is built and the trained, that's most important. The training in the sense, suppose vendor wise we need to start give the training. See, sometime what will happen, the OCR and extraction, it will made a mistake while extracting. Instead of extracting that invoice field, it will extract something else. Okay, it will throw incorrect thing. Again, we need to do manual. But you assume that the particular invoice is already trained that platform. You straight away go on for deal for and plan for buy that one for your case. Okay. Now this is something interesting. Okay, you see here. Tell me, Babu. Haru, hello. Someone is. Babar, are you speaking? Okay. Okay. This is something interesting. Okay, you see that you have four plans. Okay, in front of committee of creators and four formats and one A shortcut is there. Okay, assume that we have one A shortcut also there actually. Now the committee of creator is comparing four resolution plans, but each in different format. And also this is uneven. Okay, the analytical depths also vary. Each having, you know that, correct? The plan having lot of pages and totally different kind of analysis will be there actually. So an advisor proposes to use the foreign AI research and scenario modeling platform to standardize and stress test for all four. What you will do that in this scenario actually? Are you going to do that? 1 minute, sorry, something problem happened this tool. I will close it and I will reopen it. Oh, see that what we are going to decide here, which answer is correct? Should the committee of creators advisors rely on the foreign platform to standardize and compare the plans? There are three options there. One is the technique is useful, but comparison must follow section 32 and regulation. Okay, a foreign train tool won't map cleanly here. That is a one answer. Second one is yes, it's a mature platform. Even a foreign one is more reliable than building in-house comparison framework from the scratch. The third one, no. Outsourcing of any part of plan analysis to AI tool undermine the committee of creators' own commercial wisdom entirely. I mean, giving you 1 minute time. If you don't understand, please let me know. Again, I will explain you. I'm waiting for 1 or 2 minutes. This is most important one. Okay, so some answers. Three as of now. And Dhansham Patel is saying that three as of now. And then Navin Shetty saying that two. Akhilesh saying that option one here. And Pradeep Saman saying that one. Now, you see that Fact, hidden fact. Again, here the foreign scenario modeling tools are typically trained on the chapter one. Keep it, assume that these are US based. Okay, chapter one, the US subject part. Okay, so it's not keeping in the mind our section 30 and regulation 38. Even if you see that in UK part 26 cross class procedures are closely to Indian provisions. Okay, is compared to US, UK is close to Indian provision. So even UK oriented tool also would need adoption. Okay, leave it US separately. Committee of Greater Commercial Wisdom protected under SR still. Okay, but still it cannot be outsourced to any platform output, foreign or domestic. Now the reality is, see that this is the most important. Okay, now if you have any, now based on the reality check, based on the whatever you see that what I can say, that it's a kind of subsequent facts. Do you want to change your answer or still you stick with your original answer before going to reality check? See that the technique transfers. Okay, and that scenarios definitely help committee of creators compare the plan. We can use that one. There is no harm in not to use that one. But the platform itself not that transfer that cleanly. Okay, because what I'm saying that we can use that platform, but you should see that adoption. Okay, whether it's Indian context, whether it's workable or not workable. So problem here is, again I'm telling you what says that in committee of credit SR still, if you see that the decision with committee of credit commercial wisdom, everyone knows this one, but you need to know this one, because again it doesn't discourage that AI. Use that AI, okay, to standardize and test the numbers, but don't substitute for their own judgment. So the answer is correct actually. Is no outsourcing of any plan, no, but again it depends. If you have any doubt, please message in chat. Again, I will walk through this one, or we'll move to next one. These two are little outside from our Indian context, so it may be vague. I feel that, but we need to understand this is very most important. Keeping in mind India's started begin the technology. Okay, see this is the funny thing. Okay, please listen carefully. See, everyone talks about AI in assumption. Okay, but we don't have any evidence. But carefully see that there's a full AI. Okay, the one complete software tool is there actually. Someone one vendor built that one. It's 100% work in your assignment. The fact is, it's a single entity. Is there is no much related party transaction. Nothing is there actually. Okay, I assume that only 200 claims are there. One vendor reached out to you and said that, so it's an advanced machine learning language. Okay, this is, it will detect everything and used in Indian logic. Big firms and all using this tool. Even most complex ERP also handled by this tool. Now you are in dilemma whether to buy in or not buy in. I need your answer. The question here is, should the RP purchase the same advanced AI stack used in the country's largest CRP? Suppose some RP is using for big case. Okay, assume that Videocon. Assume that it's not happened, but I'm hypothetically I'm saying that in Videocon cases, one CRP tool is sorry, not AI tool used, that is 100% successful. Now vendor asking and reaching out to you and saying that buy this tool, it become your job is easier. Will you buy or not? The answer one is no. AI has a no meaningful role at all because it's a small case, straightforward single entity. The second case, no. This case needs only in phase one, foundational, okay, digitalization. Advanced analytics should be scaled with complexity, not come as a default. In the sense, This case needs only in phase one. Okay, only the complexity is there, then only we need to do that. That's the second option. The third one, you are thinking that yes, better we'll have that full capacity now and not needed in future. In large cases, you will justify the spend. What do you think that? Okay, now I'm showing that fact now. The vendor's advanced package is priced designed for 10,000 plus client. Now you tell me that whether if you want to change the decision or not, and multi-entity matters. CIRP cost, okay, including any technology spend, are ultimately borne by the estate, reducing for what is left for the creditor. Suppose if you start spending this technology, and suppose in a high, considering this small case, if you start spending, definitely creditors are going to lose the money. Okay, it's a small case. Okay, it's a basic structure claim. Okay, you no need to have multi thing. Actually, it's a small thing. Okay, this one, I think most of them rightly said answer already. Okay, the most important is the proportionality is the, what is the whole point. Okay, a doesn't mean that in every case we need to go and implement. The case is small and not even 200 claims, better you go for this one. Okay, but here the crux, every CRP benefits from the phase one foundation digitalization. Okay, phase two and three under advanced tool should be reserved for complexity and actual justification. In phase one only we need to look out for digitalization, not for machine learning kind of thing. Okay, machine learning will come once the data is ready, and without data if you start doing all advanced technology, then it doesn't make sense. Now what happened actually in AI enabled framework, phase one for all CRP and phase two for mid complexity and phase three for large complex. So what you need to do here, matching the tooling. Okay, the case, not the vendor biggest package. Hope understand. Okay, everyone. See the answer again, it depends. Okay, I fully understand that someone say that yes, better to have full. Someone say that too. Okay, no, this case needs only phase two on this decision. This is almost correct. Okay, this one. But someone say that yes, A has no meaningful role at all in small, straightforward single entity. This also is correct actually. But again, it depending upon the case to case. If you have simple small companies round over, there is now not even 10 to 15 pages of records. It doesn't need any tool at all. Okay, but again, it depends. The answer is there is no straightforward answer, but both are correct. Now, this is something I can say that tricky and most relevant your RP profession. Okay, see there is a avoidance application we need built. Okay, that flag something, but nobody's documented. Means RP is not documented. These are the facts. It's a mid complexity CRP. Okay, it's a complex is there, but it is a average complexity, mid complexity, not high and not low also. Okay, and the AI tool flags several potentially preferential transactions. You have one tool, the tool flags there are several transactions. It's a preferential transaction. Okay, it's flagged that one. What you did based on the flags, you file that avoidance application. The tool shows there are various transactions, preferential transactions. You took that and filed that avoidance application. Okay, but you didn't record that which version of tool you are using, what input you used, or what review you taken. Without this, you did all those things. 18 months later, a creditor challenges the application, okay, in NCLT, questioning how the transaction were identified. Now tell me this case, does the RP's undocumented reliance on the AI but you relied on the AI. Okay, is the real problem in this challenge? There are three answers here. No, the transactions were genuinely preferential regardless of how they were found. So the method doesn't matter. Second option, yes, but not because of AI was used, because there is no audit trail of the tool purpose, inputs, or human review step, which challenge exploits definitely. The third one, yes, any AI involvement automatically change the evidence because sometimes that will tamper the evidence or something, some mistake happen. Okay, we'll do this. The RP should have relied on manual review only. See, the answers are more or less similar, all three. But I need, if you watch closely, keeping in the mind AI context, tell me what is your answer? One, two, three. Which one? I'm giving 1 or 2 minutes time. Please go through this and let me know. 12:31. I will start that hidden tracks. So the some answers option three, any AI environment automatically trials. Option three, option two, Nanavati answered, Navid Chachi, Anup Kumar, Akhilesh Gupta. Thanks for your message, the answers. Now we'll move to the hidden part. Suppose you come to know that these are the facts. No AI usage register was maintained for the case. There is no records, okay, which data feed into anomaly model. You don't have any data to feed into the model. A human review step did not happen, but nothing was noted about what actually checked or confirmed. Blindly, we started reviewing that AI tool. Fourth one, Creditor Council argues that electronic record can't be shown as a reliable under Bharatiya Samya Adhyayam 2023. Okay, they are arguing this one. Now, after reality check, we'll discuss your answer. See that the AI use itself is not a vulnerability. Use the AI, okay? It is not a vulnerable. The problem here is the missing documentation. Your responsibility is personal, okay? Is you cannot delegate that one, okay? Whatever your decision you are taking, you cannot delegate that one. So the proper audit trail, what makes AI state finding is a defensible later. If you have audit trail, definitely that will be useful for you. Not the reason to avoid the tool. See, don't avoid the tool. Use the tool, but you should have documentation. What kind of data you feed into AI tool? What data output you received? And based on the data output, what judgment you would taken? And all those things is most important. See, the layer 3, what's up and out, the framework take the Bharatiya section is evidence is reliability requirements for electronic records. Okay, in electronic records, what kind of evidence we need to maintain? There is certain criteria is there. If you comply that one, that is enough. Okay, it doesn't mean that you need to stop that AI tooling. See, otherwise, what will happen? suppose someone says that any AI element contains evidence. See, that is correct. But again, there is a pros and cons. Okay, if you are handling n number of cases, you need to rely on some AI tool, because we everything we cannot go with manual thing. Okay, so the right answer is most probably the two one. Again, I'm leave it with you depending upon the case to case. Again, interrogation. The action point here is keep an AI usage register, and what is the purpose you are using this tool. That also most important. Okay, and what data inputs you used. Okay, from the you start doing that, whatever the flags comes. Okay, and all those things start recording. To sum up, you need to have audit trail and data what input you used for AI. That is the most important one here. So these 5 session I'm talking about AI usage, whether in all 5 cases is support that AI tool. Okay, nowhere. See, the why I brought this model, I'm telling you, we are going and discussing many forums, some of them against AI tool because it is not workable and not work. But please keep in mind, we are moving towards AI. If you start defending AI tool, but sorry to say that very few people only rarely hear you. Most of them try to avoid that one, because if today is you are thinking that no AI and no tool is not possible, after 5 years, please note that nobody will be here, because we are forced to feed into AI now. It is not by option; it is a mandatory now. That is the way world is moving. Please adopt that one and try to see that one. But at the same time, see that what are the anomalies and all those things, how to overcome that one. So don't go against with AI in any forum, but at the same time, but use AI for your data quality. Based on the data quality, you take the quality of the judgment. Okay, you take decide accordingly. That's not nothing harm. But don't discourage this thing. But keep in mind, DPDP Act is very much important. Don't go for any free AI tool and go and buy and use it. Don't do that actually. That also most important. Now I am coming to the last session. Okay, this is about AI, again AI, but something different, keeping in the mind legal aspects. Now, I think most of them heard about this one. Anyway, just for your, if you heard, that's okay. Just for your recap only. A resolution applicant, okay, he applied, okay, one case actually, it is ineligible under section 29A, okay, and lawyer submits an AI generated opinion. He put it in chat GPT and arrived that opinion, okay, and citing that Global Steel Limited and Resolution Professional, chat GPT or Gemini state that these are the cases, okay, based on this case, this is ineligible. The judgment says promoter funding doesn't make the bidder connection person. The judgment also says clearly, you are acting as a RP and you are relying on this opinion and declare that application is application is eligible. You are saying that. Okay. Now, who is responsible with this collapse? Lawyer alone, because he is the professional obligation verify the citation rest with the counsel for the record, not the RP. Or the second one, all of them jointly, because professional and statutory duties can't be outsourced to AI generated opinion. However, confidentially cited. The third one is RP alone. Reliance on external legal opinion doesn't discharge RP's own statutory duty to verify eligibility. I'm waiting for 1 minute, then let's see that. Just to go through this. Hope many of them heard this one, this kind of things in many forums, just for recap purpose. But here I want to test your answer by revealing that hidden facts. Some interesting answers are coming. Good. 2, 3, 2, 3. So most of them sitting with either 2 or 3. Now we'll see the fact. Actually, the cases doesn't exist. The quotation what we have is a fabricated one. It's now you realized. This is something related to some criminal case. Okay, nothing to do with this one. Now see that reality check. Every authority, okay, set up for 29A eligibility and the limitation on the RPT status or whatever the waterfall this thing must be verified against the actual judgment and from the official record. Okay, A may prepare the research map, but it cannot certify the destination. Okay, it will show the route where how to go and all those things, but destination you need to decide. Just it will give the path where you need to go, how to go, and all those things. Path will give, but you need to decide where you need to go. Okay, that's what this case I just quoted here. This is a benchmark case. It's a very clear case. Chat GPT type responses cannot be relay from the adjudication. Okay, A is the most preliminary right. Is never a legal material. So no IBC judgment yet test this directly. Okay, which is exactly what professional who science meant fully responsible. So the answer is most probably either 2 or 3, depending upon again the situation context. Okay, this one. Since you are an RP, most probably you are appointing as a lawyer. Okay, all of them jointly come, but the most probably it comes in RP. RP alone, since I word mentioned alone. Okay, that's what the second and third answer may not be correct. Second is the actual one correct. Okay, but again there is no straightforward answer. Again, case to case it will change. The intention behind that session is I already told, understand the facts and sync with that legal scenario. Okay. And someone says that opinion option one, lawyer professional obligation before practice opinion rather than professional misconduct as part of lawyer. Yes, fully agree. See, she is also there is no second thought for lawyer alone. But the problem here is, as a RP, you are appointing lawyer, correct? You are also responsible in that case. You need to jointly, because you are, since you are appointing lawyer and you are also responsible in that case. There's some thin differences there, because you are appointing lawyer for this kind of cases. He need to be responsible. There is no second thought, and you are also responsible more or less. But it's a very strange. I understand, but sometime what will happen? As I say, you need to do all. See why I'm saying this one. Though lawyer is going to penalize. That is second thought or second part. But as RP, I'm telling you about. You need to very cautious before submitting to NCLT. Go through that case laws. Okay, you independently verify from the record, because nowadays everyone started using AI. You may be wondering that even the entire NCLT filing also generated through AI only. Okay, and simply they're filing, and they may generate in even 5 minutes and just filing. But you are the responsible, correct? If most of the things something is wrong, materially misstated in that file, in the filing, okay, you are also ultimately responsible. Go through that filing once again on your own without any tool. Maybe you can use the tool again, okay, to validate. Okay, another innovative way. You suppose lawyer gives that before filing, you take that one. You know the context, correct? Give the prompt. If you have some customized tool, and it is not external, okay, third party this thing, use the tool actually, okay, you validate that one. Is there anything, something is fabricated or something, it will validate and give you, but you need to do that validation. The second one is a straightforward, okay, this also, you saw that everything is straightforward, okay, nowadays. Nowadays means I'm considering the AI, when say AI comes, everything's, if you see that, very clean and very neat, okay, there is no ambiguity. Now see the scenario, everything's clean on paper, okay. If suppose AI finds something is some problem, okay, in 29A eligibility particularly I'm talking about, a bidder affidavit declares that 29 eligibility, when bidder filing this affidavit, okay, he's giving affidavit, he declares that he is eligibility of 29A. You did you just you did some verification, and different directors and different addresses, no promoter shareholding, everything is very clean. Now there is no problem at all, okay. Now you are using AI relationship analysis, then assigns the high score risk. You are doing some kind of AI. Suppose you are more active in AI, okay. You saw that bidder affidavit and everything is very clean, and you want to rely on AI, okay, and you are feed into that AI, and that AI flags high risk. It's taken from various resources, something he identified, and it shows that high risk. Can you reject that bidder on that score? I'm reframing this one. A bidder filed that affidavit, he is eligible, and with the verification source, he is a different director, not the same director, the different addresses, no promoter shareholding, everything is clean MC record. But you are more active, okay, you just checking using AI tool whether something anomaly is there, then it shows that high score, okay, there's a flag. What you do? Did you reject that one based on that score? The option is, three option is there. No, not on the score alone, but it should be trigger enhanced investigation into funding, control, and beneficial ownership. Second, no, and AI generated score alone has no evidence value, and should simply be disregarded entirely. Third, yes, you go with the AI score because that is self-sufficient and that you can reject the bid. Now, what is your answer? Naveen, yes, okay, good, good. I think most of them said mostly correctly. But anyway, we'll reveal these facts. See that the bidders fund came via NBFC, whose money came from promoters group entity. The bidders directors previously worked for the promoter. Let me know if you want to change your answer. Okay. Two bidder directors previously worked for the same promoters. The bidder email domain was registered by the promoter's IT administrator. The proposed business plan appoints the promoter as a technical advisor. Do you want to change your answer? Based on these facts? See that. Reality check. Okay, most of them check, not the score alone, but AI output rightly triggers the enhanced checks. Note that, okay? source of the funds, beneficial ownership, common personal shareholding agreement. Is anyone acting jointly or in concert? A output correctly generated, okay? When you saw that the bidder declare everything is clean, you rejected also, okay? But you rejected based on this A score. But A is correct actually here. But the problem here is the Supreme Court direction clearly said that A improves the factual investigation. The legal conclusion says with a human, okay? You need to prove that one. When you say that, suddenly say that everyone says that no, not the score alone, but should investigate. That is absolutely correct. But here everything is correct. What A flagged is absolutely correct. But all those things you need to independently investigate and validate. But your answer is correct. But the crux here is based on the A output, you need to investigate. Then you reject that. I'm coming to almost close of this one. Sorry. See, this is one typical case, okay? AI rejects a genuine creditor's 12 crore claim. 18,000 operational creditor claims arriving during CRP. The AI system flags one supplier 12 crore claim, inconsistent invoice numbering, changed GST means the AI tool says that it's a inconsistent invoice number and registration number also changed and duplicate invoices there and the PO invoice descriptions is totally mismatching and all those things AI flagged and the RP as suppose you are rejecting this entire claim, the system because of the system classified as a high risk. Now you tell me that is the system classified as a high risk is a valid ground of rejection? There are three options I'm giving here. Yes, with the 18,000 claim, an AI driven risk classification is a reasonable and the proportion basis for this level of rejection. The second option is no, we should not reject. Classification the trades claims for review, but rejecting that one outright still needs a documented chance to respond. The third one, no, AI tool have no legitimate place anywhere in the claims process given the stakes involved here. Because 12 crore claim, okay, you should not depend on AI. That's what the third option. Now tell me, out of three, which one is correct one? I'm giving 1 minute time. Okay, some of them says two, two. Most of them say two, and some of them say one. Okay. Now you see the hidden facts. Because based on this fact, you arrived this one. The GST number changed because of a genuine business transfer. Okay. It is not something GST because AI tool says that GST number changed. Suddenly you trigger that yes, that is a suspect. Okay. But actually GST number is changed because the genuine business transfer. That it's a duplicate were mentioned AI tool, but actually it is a credit note reversal. Okay. There is some credit note wrongly posted. Now they reverse that one. So of course that same two times appear that same numbers, correct? It is not a duplicate. Third, goods were actually received. The data have one ERP, okay? AS matching GRN. The creditor was never asked to clarify anything. See that? All those things are we missed, okay? When we are checking these things. We saw only these facts, but in ground reality, these are happening. What is happening in reality? The AI classification cannot substitute for the consent documentation, okay? But giving an opportunity to clarify, okay? Applying the regulation, recording the reasons. That's not a problem, okay? Let AI do that automation and all those things. But review mechanism, because before rejection, you need to give the opportunity, okay? With sufficient evidence and all those things. To sum up, we can do that matching in automation, okay? Through tool we can do the AI, we can do the automation, but our judgment don't do any automation, okay? Do the automation for transaction, but to arrive the judgment, don't do any automation, okay? You do manually. See, these are the facts, you need to see that, okay? So coming it almost another one is there. With this, I think most probably this, then final one is there. We'll close this session, okay? We are coming to the end of session. This is something interesting. Huh? Please carefully see this one. And nowadays, most of them using this one. Okay, please see carefully, because this is the crux of this entire session. Actually, this A4 and A5. Now you know the context. Okay, entire context. You know that you appointed as RP. You know the data. You have all the data. Okay. Now you want to predict that one. You have some advanced AI tool, and that is trained. It almost that prediction almost correct. Okay, know what you are doing. The entire data you are feeding into AI model. Okay, entire data you feeding into model. Then that AI model shows that there is a possibility of resolutions only 8%. If you liquidate now, the value comes to 310 crore. Suppose if at all resolution comes later, there is a 325 crore you will get actually. Okay, there is a value, but the duration may be 760 days. The tool says, okay. Now committee of creditors also very happy the way you presented. They you think that, okay, nobody wait for almost 2 years, okay, two to more than 2 years, they will nobody wait. Now today if you look at it, you are going to get 310 crores, and after 2 years, and that too 8% only probability is there whether the resolution will happen or not, that you are getting 325 crores. The gap is only small, 15,000 crores, okay. They will abandon this one, okay. No, you tell me one thing. Should the committee of creator follow the model because it is a data driven? There are three answers here. Only as an input among the several, because that is the committee of Caritas commercial wisdom still has to be weigh factors the model was never trying to see. That is the first one. Second, no. Predictive models have no legitimate role in committee of Caritas decision making and should be kept outside the process entirely. Third, yes, a model trained on the historical outcomes gives the committee of creators on objective basis. This is the second guessing. Now I'm giving 1 minute time. Let me know your answer. Some of them says one option two, 1 3. Okay. Now we see the hidden facts. Please note that, okay. The model didn't know about the pending government concession. See, the model trained based on the past. That's what I mentioned here. Past IBC cases, okay, and maybe past facts only. But the model didn't know about the pending government concession. Suppose there are some maybe some concession will be there, okay, that is pending with the government. Second, it may miss newly introduced product linked incentives. The government may come out some kind of incentives that is totally missed by this model. Third, it couldn't price that value of the debtor's license to one specific bidder. If suppose bidder having one license, okay, that couldn't price that one. That is also one of the key criteria. It had read the recent Supreme Court judgment, okay, affecting the liability. Even the Supreme Court judgment reason because the model sometime ought to happen 6 months before outdated, okay. Then may not be read the recent Supreme Court judges. It was largely trained on the historical patterns, okay. IBP, but please note that IBC decisions are forward looking, not backward looking. Now, if you see the reality check, AI prediction, yes, that explored yesterday's, but IBC decision price is tomorrow. This is the crux. When you want to do that AI prediction, whether the case is the IBC case, please note that you need to price that for tomorrow, not for based on the past. Okay, that's the most important thing. Analysis can be informed committee of creditors, but that cannot replace that one. See, we can use that judge that whatever the prediction comes, we can do that. But the future pricing, that tool may not give that correct picture. That RP and committee of creditors community picture. Okay, the problem here is IBBA digitalization work supports the integrated technology. Okay, and a single source of truth. That's everyone knows this one. Okay, but that's have that quality, and we need to increase the speed. Don't substitute that prediction model. Okay, use that prediction. Don't come to the conclusion. To sum up, AI can predict yesterday's pattern, but the committee of creator must evaluate tomorrow's value. Don't based on that prediction based on that past data. I'm coming to the last one today's. After this, only one case is there. With this, we can close that. Okay. The last case study is suppose A detects that avoidance transaction. Okay. And the manual review, we clear that one. Means the RP holds 5 years bank statements, ledgers, vendor, master, and everything here. Okay. Manual review finds nothing unusual. You did the manual finding, nothing is unusual. Please note that this is a 5 years data, okay? And manual review find nothing is unusual there. But AI surface the pattern, okay? When you key the data into AI, it's predicts, it understands some pattern, okay? Some anomalies there actually. Can an avoidance transaction application be filed solely on the findings? You manually reviewed, nothing is unusual. But AI something identifies some pattern and triggers, okay? This avoidance transaction. There are three answers. First one is no. AI detected patterns are inadmissible circumstantial material and should not factor into avoidance case at all. The second one, yes, a clear AI detection pattern on related party fund flows itself a sufficient basis to file an avoidance application. The third one is it is a lead, not a proof. It needs collaborative through bank record, ownerships, check, and documented chronology first. Giving 1 minute time, let me know the answer. This is the final one. After that, we'll go for final one case. That is only one case. It won't take more than 2 to 3 minutes. Let me know your answers. Some of them says, sorry, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Most of them 3. Almost you come to know. Okay. See, AI detects what happened 6 months pre-insolvency. Okay, payments to 14 unrelated. Okay, vendors spiked sharply. All 14 vendors shared two mobile numbers. Their registered address linked to employee of the promoter. Payments flowed onward to one property to owing entity, which then later they purchased the asset owned by the corporate debtor. Since most of them answer is correct, just I want to walk through this reality check. The interesting part here is the AI finding is an investigation. Okay, that is correct, good actually, but that is not a proof. You need to cross check with your bank confirmation, MCA records, then file avoidance transaction. Okay? The crux of the whole case is we need to cross check with our bank statement. AI can scan the thousands of the transaction, okay, but we need to value, okay, value this one actually, evaluate. Sorry, the crux here is definitely AI will help. Okay, it's find the smoke, but you need to establish the fire. Now, with this, I'm coming to the last one. It's a final. Please be active. This one, okay. Now, I'm going to reveal the facts afterwards. First, you see that the AI approved resolution application applicant. This resolution is approved by AI. Okay. Now, 92% section 20 eligibility is clear. There is a 98% claim verification accuracy. 76% resolution success probability. Avoidance transaction is low. Now, what you will do that? You tell me in this scenario. This is AI approved resolution. Okay. Whether the committee of creditors, what is your confidence level? Is a high confidence, low confidence? This is AI approved resolution application. Okay. Just type in message high confidence and low confidence. That's it enough for me. Then I will repeat you. I will reveal the facts. Just type in chat high confidence or low confidence. Okay, someone says low and high. Okay, you see that facts. Okay, that's something interesting. One judgment is fictional. Would you still approve the resolution plan? Your judgment, your decision undergo change, correct? Because you used the AI tool to arrive this conclusion. Now, in that, if you do validate this AI generated resolution apply this one result, there is a one judgment is fictional. Now, second one, you see that bidding bid fund came from indirectly from the promoter that didn't AI capture. Would you still approve the resolution plan? Next, a genuine creditor who was classified as a duplicate. It's a genuine creditor, okay, but it's a classified as a duplicate. Would you still approve the resolution plan? The model was trained only on completed liquidated cases, not ongoing. Okay, it's only completed liquidated. Would you still approve the plan? That's it. The problem here is we need to see all those things. Now, once if you review all the facts, initially if you see that AI approved plan, everything is favor. But once you start revealing these facts, the verdict goes against the resolution plan. To sum up, AI should increase the quality of human judgment, not create artificial commercial wisdom. With this, I'm concluding this session. Open to questions session. If you have any doubt, let me know. Or something you want to discuss outside, I'm ready to happy to explain. Now open to forum. And team, I'm awaiting for your feedback. Okay. Hope the last one is clear, correct? If you want to walk through, I am ready to walk through that. I hope the screen is.
Sir, are there any AI platforms for IBC, including the amended IBC 2.0?
Actually, there's a research is going on. Okay, research paper submission is going on, and yesterday also I discussed with the chairman. Okay, in the research paper in ICA. Now the research paper I submitted. What I understand from them is actually now they are focusing on AI. The problem here is IPs. See, everyone we are today talking about that AI. Okay, assumption. What IPs stands today? Are we using the tool really? That's the problem. Okay, so if you know that institute ICSA, we have the three institute, correct? Actually, but if the three institute came to know that where we stand at IPs actually, then they need to work out the training model. Okay, the things, then they will come out with the solution. But not that tool is AI tool, everything is there already. Okay, the problem is adoption. I'm telling you, for liquidation case, IBBA already come out with a platform, correct? We need to all everything through tool only. We need to do that actually. There is no standard tool as of now. But the problem is, considering the current technology platform, are we equipped? That is the biggest question. I fully understand, Anish. Your question is valid one. The tool is available. Okay, the thing is first we need to see that which tool we need to use. There are many tools are using, but now you slightly change from tool to AI. Okay, now what happened? The tools are static in the sense the once if you develop the tool, you cannot customize. Again, if you use for some other case, the total context is different. Again, you cannot change the tool. Okay, better everyone is move towards AI solution. But there are tools available, but unfortunately what happened, there are big RPs, means big they have some kind of tie-up with IPE, and some of the big cases they outsourced. The outsourced platform having their own technology. Okay, they are dealing with 100 clients. For them it's a small the cost is not that much big, but as an individual RP, that is a challenge. That is the one
But
I'm suggesting. Tell me.
no, sir, the tools that are available, they are trained on what are the cases? Liquidation, resolution, big, small, you know.
Okay.
So,
Okay. See, I'm telling you. See, there are standard platforms. Okay, if you go to IBBA, I'm giving one example. Today, what you are doing actually, while filing up, first what you are doing actually, you need to register. Okay, suppose you are assigned one cases. You go to portal, you are updating all the details. Correct. The assignments once it comes, everything is digitalized now. The tool here, what I am talking about. Take one example. Invoice claims. Okay, claims processing. You are a individual RP, or you are handling, you are tie up with any firm, Ranavdi?
both.
Okay. See, if you are tie up, that's okay, not a problem. But if you want to do it own, you think about, you want to process the claims. Okay. You have 1,000 invoices, 2,000 invoices. But if you outsource, again, it is a cost effective, not cost effective. Again, you need to pay for them, and all those things will be there. But if you want to do that, there are many tools are available. I'm giving one example. Go to Cloud or Gemini AI. I'm not marketing this tool. Okay. Just doing that. Gemini AI and the Chat GPT and everything is there. Buy licensed version. Okay. Suppose if you want to process only 200 invoices, you upload those invoices and extract it, and that will read that all the invoices scanning. It will scan all the invoice copies and put it in Excel sheet, and neatly put that invoice number, date, and everything. You put it and do that. This is a simple tool. We can use it, but very careful. This is external platform. If you are using some sensitive these things, I don't know how far that will be. That is responsibility still with you only. The tool for you small IPs, better go for but paid version. Don't go to free version. Again, you will land up with a problem. Okay, go to paid version and use that one. That is the simplest way. The cost comes to around suppose you appointed on RP, go for paid platform. Don't hesitate about that payment or 10,000 or 20,000. You make the payment. That will have unlimited version. You can do that. That's a one option is there. Okay. For small IPs, I'm talking about. These are the tools are reliable. We can use it. The other one, if you are capable of doing that power automate, and I'm giving one small example. There are comset. Just note it down. Comset. I will message you. Okay. Comset. This under what happen? If you are searching in website, you are going through the article, correct? But this comset, what will do that? It will go to the website and it will summarize this website itself and it will throw. You no need to go through the entire website actually. If you want to go through the one case study, suppose the website runs number of pages. Normally, what either we'll download and we'll do the convert and all those things will do that. But no need to do that. The tools are available. But problem here is you go with any one that I'm telling you about. Use if you are already using Chat GPT and Claude and Gemini, it's okay. But the thing is, how far we are using, because there are thousands of functionality available. What we are doing today, we are just asking question. We are putting question and it's giving answer. That is the way right now it's working, but that is not right approach. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and all, we need to act as a thinking partner. The way how we are thinking, the same way you need to think. For that, the prompting is the most important one. You need to give the prompting. What is your requirement? All those things are very important. See, without this, again, if you go and do the tools, it doesn't make sense. But again, I'm saying that these tools are all very helpful. If you are not already using this one, it's not a problem. You start do now itself, start doing that. But most importantly, don't think as a question and answer. Type it your query and the expert answer. Ask that one to think. Okay, the way contextualize this one. There are sometimes what will happen. The Chat GPT and the Cloud will thinks based on your question. Then what will happen? That take into different level actually. That is what my understanding as of now. Everyone is using as a chat box kind of thing. Stop that one. Stop asking. See, ask the question, not a problem, but you need to contextualize. Prompt is the very basic one. Everyone is missing actually. Or you do one tool is there. Actually, Power Automate is the best one. Okay, use Power Automate. Go with the basic tool. You don't need to go advanced tool. Use Power Automate. See, there are three things fundamental. Don't forget about it. Data extraction first. Use the tool. For analysis, use that AI. For data extraction, don't go to AI. We'll end up with your cost actually. Okay, that will cost you more. If you want, suppose you have in OneDrive or Mail 1,000 invoices there. You want to extract invoice details to Excel, don't go to AI. Do kind of Power Automate or workflow kind of thing. But to analyze those data, use AI. But as of now, there is no standard tools available. But individual RPs already doing on their own research and they started doing that app. You can do it app yourself. Okay, that also nowadays is available. Now you want to do something, you can create agent. You keep all files. Suppose if you are appointed one insolvency case, that documents, files, everything is available. Keep it everything in OneDrive. Then you create one agent that link to that OneDrive. Okay, then you chat that one from that OneDrive. It will whatever question it asks, it will go and pick. Otherwise, every time you need to go and ask someone what is happening, that one, you take the detail and you need to wait for them. You don't need to wait for them. Okay. First, you keep the data assembled in one place, create one agent, or someone asks the person who familiar that one. That agent link with all IP records. Then that particular chat box, you type whatever queries it comes up. For example, you need to see that what is the related party transaction for last 2 years. Just to type, it will go and see that search and pick up the data and to give it to you. Or otherwise, you need to depend many stakeholders. It will take time. Maybe I answer your questions, but that's hard truth, Nanavadi. What happened today's everyone talks about AI, but adoption is very low. That is a reality. Tools are available, but usage is very limited. And we are using as a question and answer kind of thing we are using. That's it.
Right. No, got the point. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Pranav. Anything, or we can wind up this session if you have no questions. Anjali is there? Anjali? 1 minute.
Yes, sir, I'm here only.
Yes, Patel. Yes, Patel. Yeah.
Can we conclude, sir?
Yes, Anjali. Yeah. Just I'm asking their feedback actually. They're asking some clarification. I'm providing them. Yes, Patel, you tell me something you're asking.
I think it was well presented. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Any participant, if you have any question, then ask, please.
Sir, I have one question. Whether this paid version and free version, there are some difference regarding asking questions?
100%, sir. Paid version, see, free versions is maybe 2 years old. Okay, the data is trained with 2 years old or 1 years old. Okay, whatever maybe that. The paid version always give that accurate, more or less accurate results. Actually, use paid version. Don't go for free version. See, if you have free version, I'm telling you reality. Okay, 5 years before, I never used AI. I'm zero. Okay, from AI. Now I started 5 years before AI. Now I'm doing a lot of stuff using AI. Okay, that make me into different level. That's what I'm saying. That if today is no AI, after 5 years, it's hard to say that we are not there, sir. Please accept this fact because we are force feeder. It is not your choice. It is a mandatory. Everyone is now moving towards AI. But the problem here is the confusion about how to use, which one to use. As I mentioned earlier, everyone using as a chat question and answer in chat box. Okay, in chat GPT, Cloud. Don't do that actually. Think about something different. Spend at least 1 or 2 hours in a week. Do that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any question answer, let me know, or we can wind up this one. Okay.
Any questions?
Okay.
No, shall we wind up now?
Okay, sir. Okay, Anjali, we can wind up this one. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you for active participation. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving your valuable time and sharing your
Thank you very
thoughts
much.
and experience about AI.
Thank you, Anjali. Thanks all one. Okay. Thanks for active participation. First of all, I saw the chart.
Sir,
There are
if you
many.
have any material to be referred, then please share the same.
Definitely, I will share it with ICS. Okay, I will share it with Anjali. Then you circulate to these members. Okay.
Yes, sir. I will circulate with the members.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.